Hello, welcome back to the YouTube channel. Welcome back to another video. And today we are talking about Max Kilman, people. Make sure to like the video if you want, and subscribe if you are new. Helps with the algorithm as well, liking the video and stuff. So big up to all the support as of recently. I really appreciate it as always. And yeah, I'm doing a Q&A tomorrow. You'll see this on a Thursday. So I'm doing a Q&A tomorrow on Friday. If you want your question to be answered, either leave it in the comment section below or go on the community page or just be there on the stream. It'll be at 10 p.m. When we do the Q&A. And yeah, thought why not? Because it's international duty and international football's boring. I'm not going to watch England because I don't want to. But listen, I made a video on Aaron Wan-Bissaka yesterday, and people have seemed to enjoy that. So we're going to talk about Max Kilman as well today. Now, I would say Wan-Bissaka and Kilman are the only two players that are really worth talking about at this current moment in time at West Ham United, only because all the other players that you would rate at West Ham, the manager hasn't got the best out of, and we've gone through that many times before. However, one of the first people that the manager wanted at the club was Max Kilman. Now, we've wanted Max Kilman for years, but it was under David Moyes as well. But he wouldn't have been the same Max Kilman that we're seeing now. He wouldn't have been the same under a team that's constantly inviting pressure and just sitting deep all the time in a back four. Now, playing high up in a back four has really benefited him. And listen, there's been a lot of talk about his price tag, but we had to pay for it. We had to pay the price tag because the sell-on clause to Maidenhead, the fact that he was captain at Wolves as well. And listen, it's not like I don't even like he wasn't necessarily one of Wolves' best players last season, but he's been very important over the years to Wolves, to be fair. So like you could look at it either way. But I was skeptical but positive about the signing. Like if you go back to the streams and reactions and stuff, I had my positives and negatives. Like, I was quite balanced on the point of view because I actually liked the player, but I was very wary of him. Whether he's going to be better at um like getting players, like getting better players when he's been taken down the channels, for example, or can he do it in the back four on a regular basis? But it's been mainly nothing but positive, apart from the goal against Fulham where he should have done better with Raul Jimenez. And people are debatably saying to get the goal for Liverpool, even though I think that's more Fabianski's fault. For me, I think it's been nothing but positive for me. The guy can really pick out a pass. Well, probably the best passer from a centre back point of view that I've seen at the club, for sure. I think we talked about that in another video that I can't remember, but definitely, like you could like usually centre backs are just here to passes into areas, but we've actually got a proper ball playing centre back, and obviously everyone knows about his futsal background. If you know about Max Kilman already, um, I think having Tadibo next to him has helped him even more. And even without Tadibo, when he was playing with Mavropanos, who wasn't playing as good, Max Kilman was shining, and it was everything you want in a ball playing centre back in a modern day centre back, where they're doing the basic job as a defender to defend and to do all the hard work and the aerial duels and covering the wide areas when the fullback isn't there and stuff, when we've been caught in transition, etc., putting crucial tackles in, crucial blocks in, and stuff like that. These are the things that Max Kilman's been doing really well. And the Ipswich game kind of summed up Max Kilman in a nutshell for West Ham United so far. Taking the ball off the other team and calmly passing it to a player in midfield. I was really impressed, especially with the back end of the game. Now, as the game went on against Ipswich, he got better and better. He got better and better. Like, he was amazing. And listen, Tadibo was taking all the shine at first, but then Kilman was like, "Let me join you." Like, they were both absolutely sensational, and this could be a great partnership to come about. And I think it will be, no matter no matter what I think of the manager and what I think about his tactics. The Kilman Tadibo partnership can't go wrong for me because they both complement each other very well. We might do a video on Tadibo, uh, maybe in a couple of days if I decide to. But just talking about Kilman, obviously he's more used to playing on the right of a three. Like when you look at the teams he's been playing at Wolves, it's mainly been a three at the back. Whether it's been with Saiss and Willy Bolly or Totti and Craig Dawson or whatever, he's been playing the right of a three with Connor Cody as well. Connor Cody, I forgot about Connor Cody at Wolves. Yeah, because he's very comfortable with both feet, very comfortable with just most areas of the pitch, and the manager will obviously he will always be one of his favourites because he worked with him at Wolves and he saw something with him. And what Kilman's doing really well, he's pretty much replicated his good time under Lopetegui at Wolves with his good time at West Ham so far under Lopetegui. Um, and this is the thing, like usually when you look at a centre back, especially I'm just talking from a West Ham point of view because listen, other teams do this. Their centre backs usually would nick the ball off the defender, for example, win the ball back, tackling, or just gaining possession when they're under pressure, pressed into a corner. They're going to boost it. Now you kind of have to do that in certain situations anyway, where there's literally no option. And listen, Kilman will still do that. But there's times where other centre backs will be calm, composed, and pick out a pass to start an attack. To start an attack of your own, where you've kept the ball, you're passing in between the lines, you're stretching teams. And that's what Max Kilman does. He actually sets the tempo from playing out from the back. This is why I've been so angry as well with the lack of bravery in the team to play out from the back. Because we've got the players to do it, especially with Max Kilman. The problem is with the goal kicks is, and the thing is, the centre backs, whoever's playing centre back, whether it's Manfred Panos, Tadibo, Kilman, they kind of get done dirty by the structure of the midfield because the midfield don't come and receive the ball. Max Kilman can switch the ball very well, can switch play very well, just very good with the ball, very good at controlling the ball, very good under pressure. And ultimately, he's done really well defending. I don't think he's the strongest in the air. I don't think he's the strongest in general, but he's deceptively strong in a way where he doesn't. He just looks like a skinny guy, but he won't get out muscle. Like for example, my problem with Nair Faged was him getting out muscle. My problem with Zuma was the lack of he completely lost his mobility, all the mobility he had left, and obviously his knees were gone. With Manfred Panos, I actually thought he was defending quite well last season, but he overdid it with the ball. Now he's just not doing either. But with Kilman, I can trust him. He's one of the players in the side, like just as like when I talked about Wan-Bissaka, no matter what the manager, who the manager is, I can actually trust him as an individual. I can trust him to at least give me a 7 out of 10 performance so far. And this is, I'm just talking about 7 games in. I'm talking about 7 games in, 9 games in all competitions. So this could go wrong. This could age really badly. But so far from what I've seen, I really liked it. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of shit from Wolves fans because they were very happy to sell it for 40 million. But unlucky for them, they didn't reinvest that. Well, the portion of the 40 million that they had due to the sell-on clause. And the thing is, whenever the guy makes one mistake, you always get this stuff online because people are stupid online. Talking about he's never £40 million player. Listen, I don't complain about price tag because half the players that go for what they go for are not worth they're not worth what they go for in the transfer market. Harry Maguire isn't worth what he went for. Mikhailo Mudryk isn't worth what he went for. You know, like there's a lot of players you can make examples of. But you're never really like it's very rare that teams get their money back for the players in terms of general performance, the amount of years they spend at the club, etc. So that wasn't really my problem because I'm not an accountant. It's not my money. So if you need to do what you need to do, and with the context of the whole how the whole transfer window went, we did well with the finances. We did well financially in terms of how we dealt with the positions that we need, etc. And the sense that this probably doesn't get talked about enough is obviously he was a contender for West Ham United captain for this season because he was captain with Lopetegui at Wolves. Now, I never believe in giving a new player captain. I know Moyes wanted to do that with Maguire as well. He tried getting that over the line by promising him the captaincy once he gets into West Ham because we didn't know who our captain was going to be as Declan Rice left. But it ended up being given to Zuma. I don't actually think Zuma's a bad captain. I just don't think he's available enough to actually be a captain. The problem is these same people will be like, give it to Jared Bowen. Now, with all due respect to Jared Bowen, he's a great representation in the face of the club. Don't think he's a captain. Then again, I said give it to Edson Alvarez, and he hasn't started well. So what do I know? But I do think Edson Alvarez is one of the biggest leaders that was here already. I know he's only been here for a season, but you get my point. If Max Kilman was to be given a captaincy, my problem with this would have been, for example, you have a hierarchy in every dressing room already. So when a new guy just steps in and he gets the captain's armband, I don't think we have the characters that are going to be that fickle and that sensitive to switch on him. But you just don't do that with the context of human beings and how to deal with human beings, you know? It just doesn't make any sense. But going on to that, he still has leadership. He's the captain without the armband. Now, for me, what's been really good about our defence, like the reason why we conceded this many goals anyway is because of individual errors mainly. And because of off-the-ball structure from the manager at times. But the reason why the defence has been better than last season is because Kilman's a voice. Kilman's a leader. And that's what we were kind of missing for a while since Craig Dawson left, because Zuma's a leader, but he's play with people like again who aren't a leader. People like Issa Diop aren't leaders, like these defenders aren't leaders. When Issa Diop was playing alongside whoever, like Zuma had to be the leader. When Zuma and Dawson there, the reason why it worked for a little bit is because they're both very good at communicating. Now, from what I see of Tadibo, even Mavropanos is not a bad communicator, but from what I see of Tadibo and Kilman, they both have the ability and the communication skills. Even though Tadibo can't speak good English, everyone like football is the same language. They're very good when it comes to communicating and stuff. And we were missing the leadership anyway with the whole spine with Declan Rice leaving in midfield. But if you hopefully gel Edson Alvarez, Tadibo, Kilman together, listen, Rodriguez played well, so he'll probably keep his place, but we don't know what's going to happen after the international break. You gel that spine together, you're going to have the leadership there. You're going to have the people getting used to each other. Yes, it's a new squad, so they're going to take time to integrate players in, which I've taken into account, but I want to see a direction with the whole team. But I think that's what's going to keep us afloat. Maybe not as bad as I think we're going to be, but if we're not going to be as bad as I think we're going to be, it's because of the defense and the leadership and stuff like that. And the ability to just set attacks off if we actually try and play out from the back a bit more, which we should be doing, and be a bit more brave, it'll be because of people like Max Kilman, who's so composed. The ability to also drive with the ball from the centre-back positions and actually get somewhere with it is something both Kilman and Tadibo can do. I'm actually going to do, I might do a video specifically on the Kilman-Tadibo partnership and how great it could be maybe in a couple of days. But that is my whole opinion on Max Kilman. So make sure to like the video. Make sure to subscribe if you are new. Obviously, leave a question in the comments, the community page, or just join the stream on Friday if you want your questions to be heard. And yeah, overall, obviously, big up to everyone. Make sure to subscribe. We're trying to hit 1K as soon as possible. Social medias are in the description if you want to follow me at GVO Mikes on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. And I'll see you guys later.